Good morning. This is the voice of God for Tuesday, June 4, 2024. Today, we will look at the enduring legacy of Daniel. Daniel 1 verse 8. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's delicacies, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the chief of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Daniel was one of the Hebrew captives brought as a slave to Babylon. But Daniel knew that he was a covenant child of God and so must not defile himself. Daniel sat under 4 kings, but because his heart was focused on God, he excelled under each regime. Hear the testimony of King Nebuchadnezzar about the God of Daniel. Daniel 2 from verse 46. Then King Nebuchadnezzar fell on his face, prostrate before Daniel, and commanded that they should present an offering and incense to him. The king answered Daniel and said, Truly, your God is the God of gods, the Lord of kings, and the revealer of secrets, since you could reveal this secret. Then the king promoted Daniel and gave him many great gifts, and he made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon and chief administrator over all the wise men of Babylon. Under the reign of Darius, there was conspiracy against Daniel, and he was thrown into the den of lions. The following morning, he came out unharmed. King Darius testified in Daniel 6 from verse 26, I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men must tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God and steadfast forever. His kingdom is the one which cannot be destroyed, and his dominion shall endure to the end. He delivers and rescues, and he works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. Who has delivered Daniel from the power of the lions? So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. Daniel remained steadfast with God, refusing to compromise, irrespective of the circumstances and apparent danger to his life. God was glorified and Daniel himself was promoted. The devotion of Daniel to God was so profound that deep revelations of the things that will happen in the end times were entrusted to Daniel. If you read from Daniel chapter 7 to the end. Dear believers, a life of compromise might get you some temporary relief, but such a life will never please God. Daniel knew his God, he was strong, and he did exploits. Are you ready to do exploits for God? Are you ready to be strong for the Lord? Until we come your way tomorrow, it will surely get better. Amen. God bless you.